Why does it feel like no matter how hard you move, life just doesn't move with you? You wake, you work, you wait, and still the days blur into the same empty loop. We forget life was never just about time passing. It was about the gears we can't see, the ones that give time meaning. Maybe right now, you're in that same loop. And if you are, then this story isn't just for you. It may just shift the way you see your own life. So watch closely, because it all begins right now.
In a small town surrounded by hills, where shopkeepers shouted on busy streets and church bells echoed every morning, lived a 24-year-old man named Ethan. But unlike the world outside, Ethan felt empty inside. Every day looked the same. Wake up, scroll, eat, work, sleep. At night, he stared at the ceiling, asking questions he couldn't answer. What am I even doing here? What's the point of all this? His friends laughed over drinks. The town moved with its rhythm, but Ethan felt like a clock with its hands spinning, never knowing the hour. One evening, someone mentioned an old watchmaker who lived at the edge of town. They said he once built clocks that lasted lifetimes, but now he only repaired a few quietly in his shop. Something about that stayed with Ethan. So one morning, restless and curious, he found himself standing before a dusty wooden shop with a faded sign, Cole's Timepieces.
Strange, isn't it? The world can run with perfect rhythm, while inside, you feel broken, like your gears aren't turning at all.
Ethan stepped inside. The air smelled of oil and old wood. The walls were lined with clocks, tall ones, small ones, some silent, some ticking softly. At the workbench sat the watchmaker, hair silver, hands steady, eyes half hidden behind glasses. Ethan hesitated, then whispered, "Sir, I feel lost. Life feels meaningless. Can you help me?" The old man lifted his eyes slowly. He didn't smile, didn't frown. He simply reached under his bench and pulled out a pocket watch. Cracked glass, its hands frozen at 12. He placed it in Ethan's hand. "Fix this," he said softly.
Sometimes the answer doesn't come in words. It comes in silence, disguised as a task.
Ethan turned the watch over. He tried winding it. Nothing. He shook it. The hands didn't move. He pressed his ear. Silence. His palms grew sweaty. He tried harder, forcing it open. Inside, tiny gears stared back at him, some misaligned, one missing completely. He muttered, I don't know how." The old man leaned closer. "Then learn. Time won't fix itself. Neither will you." So Ethan tried again. His fingers trembled, but he carefully shifted a gear, aligned another. Hours passed. His back ached. His patience thinned. Finally, the watch ticked once, then stopped again.
Wait, picture this. You're holding time itself in your hands. One missing piece, and nothing moves. You'd think the hardest part is fixing the gears, but no. The hardest part is seeing what's missing in the first place.
Ethan sat frozen. He realized this watch was him. On the outside, he looked fine, but inside, a missing piece made every day meaningless. The old man gently slid a small brass gear across the table. "Try again." Ethan placed it inside, carefully turned the key, and slowly, the hands began to move. Tick, tick, tick. His chest tightened. His breath slowed. For the first time in months, he felt alive.
Maybe you've been here too. Life looks perfect from outside, but deep inside, one missing gear keeps you stuck, and you wonder why nothing feels whole.
Ethan looked at the watchmaker. What does this mean?" The old man's voice was steady. "People think the meaning of life is found in answers, success, money, applause. But life is like this watch. The hands move only when the hidden gears work together." Ethan frowned softly. "Hidden gears?" The watchmaker pointed at the watch. "Kindness, purpose, love. service, gratitude. These are the gears you don't see, but without them, time just passes. Empty, Ethan whispered. And if one is missing? The man leaned back, eyes steady. Then you'll feel it, the silence inside, just like you did. Ethan's lips trembled into a small, humbled smile. For the first time, he understood.
The hard truth is, life will never hand you its meaning. You must build it, gear by gear. It isn't in the ticking hands that everyone sees. It's in the hidden pieces you choose each day. Love without kindness breaks. Purpose without gratitude stops. Success without service empties. Maybe right now, your clock is ticking but not alive. Remember this, time is not life. Life is what you fill inside the time. Like, if this story shifted even one gear in your heart, share. If you know someone whose time feels empty, comment and let your words become part of tomorrow's story. And don't stop here. Click, change your mindset. A story that will lift your spirits.